Gentlemen, I'm experiencing the cultural house. So they told me the only place having everything about the Acholi region is Kachoke Madit Hotel. How are you, boss man?
Thank you very much,
The
Badman,
madman.
the madman.
Yes.
Welcome to Kachoke Madit Hotel and
Thank you so
Cultural
much.
Center, Gulu City.
Okay.
Yes.
Your name is
My name is Stephen Ola. I'm the CEO of Kachoke Madit Hotel.
Kachoke Madit Hotel.
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Steven. Uh, I'm so welcome here and I'm very happy about and excited about what I'm seeing. First and foremost, just with the cultural house. What does this mean?
The entire philosophy behind Kachoke Madit Hotel and Cultural Center is an educational hospitality. We set ourselves as a facility that does not just simply entertain, we also educate.
Yes.
And deep-rooted in our education is the cultural values of the Acholi people, the great Luo hospitality. Here at the Cultural House, we are collecting some of the most important cultural artifacts, items that are very important to the Acholi way of life. We have things for um, cooking, for our livelihoods. We have things for our traditional dances, and the Cholis, for example, have perhaps a dance for everything. So when you look around, you see a number of musical instruments as well. We do have things we use in our religious way of life. We have things we use in our marital ceremonies. We have things for livelihoods like hunting. When you go, we were traditionally hunting community. We do have things for gardening as an um, agriculturist community. We also have things we use in our garden for digging, for weeding. So the idea here is to collect, document, preserve, and exhibit some of the most important things in actually way of life.
Let me just go straight to the point. Like I always see an elephant in everything. An elephant is one of the big five we have in Uganda. Tourism. If you don't see an elephant, you've not toured Uganda.
Correct.
So even the girls here, I call it. One of my friends called Bree. Is a student at Gulu University. Was like, for us, we are called elephantis. So what is the meaning of an elephant in Gulu actually?
The elephant occupies a very special place in the hearts and minds of Acholis. We call ourselves Kodipaliech,
Meaning?
which means the elephant species.
Oh.
Now, there's a deep historical reason why the Acholis are so attached to the elephant.
Okay.
Our entire identity, our history is tied to, I'm sure you've heard about the famous story of the spear and the elephant.
Yes.
Or what they call the legends of Gipi and Labongo.
Yes.
Now, this legend has it, our history has it, that we all come from some parts in current South Sudan called Bahel Gazelle.
Yes.
And if you have heard about the Great Luo migration, because of a number of reasons, famines, conflicts, and the rest, the Cholis moved southward. And when we reach a place called Pubungo, which is in Pakwaj, in the modern day Pakwaj, legend has it that we are the descendants of a chief called Olum.
Yes.
And Olum had two sons, Jipe and Labongo. And the story is that one day, in this very peaceful family setting, the two brothers, Gipi and Labongo, both had their wives and children. And when Labongo, who is the current great ancestors of the Acholi, went hunting, his brother Gipi responded to an alarm by Labongo's wife because an elephant had come to eat their garden. So he went to Labongo's house, grabbed a spear, and speared the elephant. And the elephant escaped with the spear. It so happened that that was the royal spear given by Chief Olum to his son Labongo as a symbol of authority, as the heir to the great Olum dynasty. Now, when Labongo came back, he found the spear had gone and insisted that his brother should go and recover the spear. And the brother trekked miles into the jungles for several months to look for the spear until he came to a place which we believe is the modern day Magician Falls and found the custodian of the jungle who had retrieved the spear from the elephant, yes, and gave it back to him with some very beautiful beads. Yeah. When he returned home after like 2 months of searching, he presented the spear to Labongo and also displayed the very beautiful beads. Yeah. And the daughter of Labongo picked one of the beads and swallowed it. And GP demanded for the beads to be returned. Yes. And having tried all ways to get the daughter to bring the beads out, they had to kill this young girl and remove the beads. So that caused deep bitterness, which led to the separation of the two brothers, GP and Labongo. GP remained the other side of the Nile. Labongo crossed to this side of Acholi land. So GP became the great grandfather of the modern day Alurus and the West Nile, who are our brothers and sisters, yes, actually. And Labongo established the Acholi dynasty, yes, this side of the Nile. So that is why the Acholis' entire identity is at the moment attached to the elephant, because it symbolizes the current identity of the Acholis.
I'm wondering how I failed to understand this topic when I was still studying. Was it because I was young?
I think because they concentrated so much in teaching other people's history. Right. And that is what Kachokema did wants to rewrite. We want to tell our own stories, our own way, so that you all know.
We call it the African narrative.
Absolutely. We need our own narrative.
In just 2 to 3 minutes, I've understood the whole topic of GP and Labongo.
Thank you very much. And that's what everyone who comes to Kachokema did will get to understand. There's a lot more associated to we as a people. And this facility will celebrate the best of us.
Okay, briefly, what makes Acholi a different region and tribe from others? Because I've stayed here for like a month, but the way I have loved the northern people, the way they've welcomed us, you know.
The Acholis are the elephants. The elephant, if you study the attributes of, yes, the elephant, there's a lot of very close connection with the way of the elephant life and the Acholi life. The elephant is very social. Yeah. The Acholis are very social. Yeah. The elephant is very peaceful. The Acholis are very peaceful. The elephant occupies space, yeah, and the Acholis love space. So we tend to be, you know, we take a lot of lessons from the elephant way of life. Okay. We have strong memory. We don't forget very easily. We are aggressive if you invade us. Okay. You know, we tend to model ourselves in the elephant way of life.
In a minute. Northern region has been known for very many disputes, most especially the Kony War. And Kachoke Madid comes from the Kachoke Madid Peace Initiative. In just a minute, tell us, what was Kachoke Madid Peace Initiative all about?
The Kachoke Madid Peace Initiative was one of the critical turning point, yeah, in the over 2-decade conflict between the government of Uganda and the LRA, led by Joseph Kony. Yeah. Now, for a very long time, this war was fought in the dark. Yeah. Many people outside the region did not know about what was going on. Yes. A lot of atrocities were being committed by both sides of the conflict. Yeah. Until when the Acholi elders in the diaspora, those in London, in Canada, in USA, came together with those who were in Gulu here, yes, to organize what they called the Kachoke Madid Initiative, which started around 1996 to about 2000, yeah, to build consensus on how to achieve peace, yes, in northern Uganda. And one of the things that they did was to showcase to the world, yeah, the actual causes of this conflict. Yes. And the devastation that it was bringing to the people. Yeah. They brought to light the suffering of the people, because they brought people from the internally displaced persons camps to speak in London, to speak in Nairobi, to speak in Arusha, and it became very clear, yeah, that this war could not end militarily. It became very clear that we need a peaceful resolution of the conflict. Yes. So those were the two contributions that was made by the Kachoke Madid Initiative. That's the reason we celebrate, yeah, some of the key actors who embrace dialogue as a means of resolving conflict.
Who are those?
Basically, there are a number of people. You can, the current Chief Justice was one of them, Ambassador Lara Tunu. You have the local leaders like Norbert Mao, many Acholis, Betty Bigombe. There are a number of Acholis in the diaspora and home, yeah, who basically despite their different political affiliation,
Yes.
they agreed on one thing. This is matters Acholi. We need to come together to serve our people, and they managed to convince the government that peace was the way forward. And that's why we celebrate them. That's why this hotel celebrates the notion of dialogue as a means of resolving dispute.
So from that initiative of Kachoke Madit, that's the current Gulu we are seeing.
That is the current region, not just Gulu.
Okay.
Remember, this war had engulfed from Teso, Lango to West Nile.
Yes.
That because of Kachoke Madit,
yes,
which brought to light the effect of the war,
yes,
that demonstrated that there could be no military solution to the war.
Yeah.
The idea of peaceful resolution of the conflict was born. It led to the Juba peace talks, and ultimately peace was restored to the region.
That makes the end of my story. If I add anything, I'll just be spoiling it. So guys, Kachoke Madit Hotel, you've just known how it comes from. What's the use of this thing before we end up?
This is is a symbol of authority as well. It has several purposes for for removing any atrocities on the way, but also for exercising authority. It's used for dances, it's used by leaders,
for commanding,
for removing flies, what you call your leng.
Yes.
This is what creates a clear path. So, if you want to have nothing standing on your way.
So the guys of Fast and Furious and Agulu City Marathon, the word Yoleng is, this is where it comes
that
from.
one is what creates the clear path for you.
So Yoleng means
a clear path. So we are clearing the path. So
we're using this.
Yeah, you can use this, you can use any,
So guys, Pili Lili.
Yoleng.
We are coming back in December on 6 Gulu City Marathon, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you to Senior Council Gemara for the great work with the Gulu City Marathon. We as Kachoke Madit, we look forward to partnering and continuing as the elephant species.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.